Cosmic here, and welcome back to another Chaos Zero Nightmare video. And today we're going to be diving into City of Mist Difficulty 3 with our free-to-play team as a focus for helping you with the promotion matches. And if you have a 5-star that you can swap out for one of these, you should have absolutely no problem going through this and clearing your promotion battles. But I do expect that some people will start to get stuck around the 3rd promotion. So this will be a guide on just going through it, talking with our strategy, the card selection, all that stuff, and then a separate video will be us challenging the boss and going through the actual fight itself. So with that, let's dive into our difficulty 3 run. Resist recovery in safe zones increases. More healing is fine, I guess. At the end of turn, recover 5% health. When you create a card, okay, we're just gonna do the 5% health and go for the safe option. Now, for me personally, again, I like to do just the random events because you can usually get some really nice high roll stuff. Ooh, there's an elite up here, though. Never mind. I want to make sure that we're min-maxing our save data time, so we are going to try to battle as many elites as we can to hopefully get some good equipment. Now, keep in mind that a lot of things in here will be Void weak, so Tressa is really going to be like the main value for us here. Start off just by getting some agony stacks. So we're going to be a little short on damage here, but we can at least kill one of them. And then the agony stacks will do the last bit of the damage that we need here. All right, so now, again, because we know that he's going to die this turn, we want to try to just heal up as much as we can before we end the fight. So we're at 708 in this case, and we can just burn the rest of our damage in clearing that first stage. We'll do our random event, see what we get. Random epiphany, roll a dice. I forget which one that is. At the start of sure. Yep. So this is only good for this zone, but at the same time, it's a nice upgrade. So keep in mind, even if you get these items that are zone specific, it still gives you the health modifier, which you will want as you're talking about those promotion battles and fighting those guys. So this is still increasing our overall health, which is important for that promotion match that we're ultimately gearing up for. Do another quick battle here. So again, getting our... we don't have the extra... I guess here we can go for the extra attack instead. But we're getting that vulnerable damage, which is really important for stacking that damage. Oh, I keep forgetting that the advanced one is... it's been a long time since we used Tressa. I forget that one actually has the 2 cost to it. All right, so we're going to get our first Epiphany. Nice, we do get Wind Slash. So this allows us to just get the free kill on the other unit. And then from this point, anything will finish off. I should have healed there. Always make sure to check your health. If you know it's going to be the last turn, check the health on your guys and make sure to heal up if you can. This run is going to take a while, so I'm trying to just go through it as quickly as possible and just talk about the card selections as they come up. How? All right. The good old critical failure brought to you by yours truly. So we're not going to get anything from this run. Unfortunately, did not get our AoE damage, which would have been really nice here. I guess we'll use this to at least stun one of them. So we'll get a extra... Yep. Get the extra attack that way. Would have probably died for the other effect all the same. So 94, but we don't have agony on that one. And as a general pro tip, I like having a very high ego points as we're going through, just to make sure that we can save it for like an elite boss if we really need it. So we do need to heal up a bit here. Oh, I think we're going to be just shy. Or no, it looks like that will work for the effect. When a card's exhausted, weaken 1. All right, that works really good with Tressa. And yes, I wasted an action point there. I should have done it, but he was going to die to Agni anyways in that case. We do want extra heal. And we're at 7, but we just kind of want to save our points here, and the Agony will get the last little bit of damage. And again, this is why we took the extra healing at the end. We're getting a heal effect from Mika's partner skill, and we're also getting a heal from the buff that we took at the start of the run. Okay, so elite versus elite. Obviously, we're just going to go ahead and jam it. So we're just going to go ahead and make sure that we cycle this right away. Oh, we don't have a Agony. Oh, yeah, we do. Okay. Ooh, oh, we're gonna get a god buff as well. Yes, please. Damage if the target's Agony is 3 or more, trigger 1 more time. Oh my god, that's good. But the actual goddess buff here at the end, plus 10% damage per target's Agony, too vulnerable to the target. Holy. We talked about building up and trying to get the Agony stacks because that's going to be like our main damage dealer. And yeah, we're going to take the, like this is actually like just a generically good Epiphany, but obviously we're going to take the bigger card here. Man, I don't want to use, that's fine. We're going to use Mika's, ego skill instead to get a little healing in to get rid of the bomb cards if we don't draw the right attacks. Well, unfortunate. So we'll give the other one some Agony. Man, we're going to be just shy on... I think that's enough Agony to kill him, though. So we're getting 2 triggers for 44. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that should be enough. Which means we can start pumping the Agony into the other character, but unfortunately we don't have... Wish we had a better combo here, but we at least have another attack. We can get these out of our hand, and then we can... just heal up. Now again, we probably should have their basic cards upgraded a little bit, but we are a little bit under farm because I was trying to split my resources between 2 different teams, which obviously don't do as I'm doing, but trying to focus on the free-to-play team versus like the normal team that I want to put together. Oops. So the advanced Shadow Dagger is really nice here because it does have the retain and, or sorry, the retrieve into retain. So we're going to get a break here, and this will give us the Agony damage at the end. So that was actually not bad for an elite. Let's see what equipment we get. When using a card with attack 2 or more, well, unfortunately, that's only going to be on Owen. We could use that for Tressa, but Tressa has a much better attack card option that we're trying to find. So we don't want to use the weapon slot for her just yet. We're going to rest up, heal some stress, and keep on moving. I like random events, so we're just going to go through the bottom route here. More of these very annoying bats. All right. Well, this is going to be overkill and a half, but, you know. Jesus, that is so much damage. 2 agony, 2 weaken is just minus 20% damage, right? It's the opposite of morale. Minus 25% damage. Sure. So we want to heal an AP before we use this. Oh, I guess we're already at max health. It didn't matter. Sequencing wise, it would have been nice. All right, otherwise we're just throwing a bunch of daggers at this guy really quick, which will stun him. And again, very much recommend if you're trying to farm save data, you know, on a higher difficulty, try to find one that matches a element that you have. In this case, Tressa is doing a lot of heavy lifting for us, but that's good because she also works against the weekly boss, which is really important. 25% attack card damage per battle. No, thank you. Selected combatant gains Epiphany 1. So yes, we can remove the card later. So generally speaking, we always want to grab a Epiphany in this case. We're going to use Mika. Okay, sure. And again, the goal here is just making sure that we're getting our save, our deck fully built out, so then we can get some of the other upgrades later on. Start of battle, 20% shield. This is fine. Maybe we change that out later. Maybe we don't. Shop is important because, as I mentioned, we're just going to immediately remove that one card that was a drawback for us. And knowing that Tressa is going to be doing a lot of our damage, we are just holding our resources until like the second stage to find the legendary weapon that she ultimately wants. Both of these are random, so that's fine. This is the gold one, right? I'm pretty sure this is the one that gives you a lot of currency. And because we have Tressa who counts agony damage, I think we do want to try to force this. And of course we don't open. I'm not going to waste the ego points on it, but that's kind of really annoying that we didn't actually get what we need here. Because again, this is just a multi-hit style, and you can see that we're gaining currency for it. Or I guess none of this matters. All right, there we go. Again, we just want to try to multi-hit as much as possible, and I'm pretty sure this will count for agony as well. Oh, looks like agony only counted for one of them. Interesting. Again, multi-hit as much as possible, and we are 1, 2... We already have enough attacks in our hand, so we're just going to play out the attacks that we have. And again, our ego points are technically capped right now, but we're going to save it for an elite boss instead. So yeah, we're up to 305 credits now, which is really nice. This is a regular camp, so we're just going to spam our rest again, reduce our stress. Random event, you know me, I love RNG. This is the guy that if you feed him a lot, you will... this one has the other... When a card is exhausted, plus 10 damage. That is a really good... I don't remember if this is a carryover from the previous chaos that we ran into this guy, or if this is a different stage. I think it's just a different stage of the same event. Obviously, that is very good with Tressa, who is going to be banishing a lot of cards. But we are, again, largely focused on getting her legendary sword if possible, which is going to be the best upgrade for us. So we're going to try to just pop this guy and get some extra currency. My greed knows no bounds, unfortunately. I should have just taken the 120. How could I do this? Okay, so we do want to cycle through our ego points here. Yeah, I guess we'll just use our advanced dagger. We want a little bit of a heal, plus just cycling a bunch of vulnerability here. Oof! Oh, I guess we should have started with our bigger heal in that case. We're coming up on the boss, so I really don't want to burn my ego points, but at the same time, like, we're about to take so much damage that I want to get a little bit of a shield. And so this is where Owen can be kind of nice. He gives us at least some kind of protection here. And it looks like we can actually finish him off now this turn, thanks to the Stacks of Agony. Weakened combatants is annoying. Unfortunately, kind of a do-nothing. Actually, does Wind Charge carry over to the next turn? It hasn't been relevant yet, so I'm not sure if it does. Yeah, I guess it does. So you can trigger that for a following turn, which is really good to know. Yes, you do need 2 teams. Agony to random enemies for 1 turn using attack cards. And inflicting agony with a card, +1 agony to the target. We're gonna take the potential splash damage here where possible. That's an interesting one. Fortitude could be interesting in some cases. We don't really have... Well, we know that we're going to be getting more stacks of vulnerable on the cards, but I think we want to use this just because I like the ability of Wind Charge giving us back the card in this case. Yeah, this Vital Attack is basically just going to carry us through everything, it feels like. So if we're going to do that much damage, we'll just knock out the other one on the spot. And then hope we can heal up a little bit on our next turn. A little bit unlucky here. We're going to go into a breakdown then. Yeah, I don't think there's anything we can do about that. We're going to go into a breakdown on the weaken 1, vulnerable 1. Okay, so we can go one more turn here. We can heal up a little bit more and use some of Owen's cards if we draw them. Well, we only drew 1, unfortunately. And again, at this point, we'll just knock them out, go on with our turn, and again, we get the end of turn healing, which is perfectly fine. So, never fun to go into a boss fight with a breakdown, but, you know, here we are. Gain Epiphany. Recycling's good, but we actually just want to try to get some equipment. So, on defeat plus shields, sure. That can give us some more sustain through the run, so we're not being as low as we are right now. I don't think we have a card that we care about removing right now, right? As much as we want to try to find the piece for Tressa, so we are just going to refresh a couple times, because it's 250 if it's a normal legendary. And this would technically put us under unless it's in the first slot, but we're going to see what we get anyways. Straight draw 2 is very nice to have for sure. But is it 105 nice? I don't think it is. Yeah, unfortunately, we're just kind of saving up here, it looks like, and trying to find the right gear for Tressa. All right, wave 1 or +3 AP. No, we're just going to take the wave 1. Again, unfortunately for us, we don't really have much we can do with this this opener, but... All right, well, we get Owen back. We're going to get a little bit of a shield thanks to his ego skill now costing 1 and, you know, giving us a shield from the effect. This is fine because we know that we want to stack on Agony here in the hopes that we draw into our big damage nuke effect. And then we can get a little bit more damage this way. So we did get a little bit of a shield, right? We're only going to take a little bit of damage. And now we have a ton of Agony stacks on the boss. Which, again, as soon as we draw into our big 2 cost a stack like this, it'll definitely help out. So we do want to heal up. I have not seen Despair yet. That's an interesting keyword. We do want to heal up, so we want to use that first to get the most amount of healing possible, and then just spend our turn using the Vital Attack. And so now next turn, we're going to get a Tenacity break, which will be really important. So we're going to get an Epiphany here now as well. For 1 turn, gain Fortitude. We don't have any shield generation, so that's not that important. +3 Agony effect for the created Shadow Daggers. Okay, or just create 3. So in this case, knowing what item that we want to find, it's actually better if we get the extra Shadow Dagger, assuming we get the right weapon. But I do like the idea of just getting more stacks for now. Because we don't have the item that we want, I'm just going to go for the we're never going to lose stacks of Agony approach here. And so lead, which is really important, if you start the turn with this card, you can have a chance to get it as a free cost. So we are just going to spend that out. So Wind Charge will just save for the next turn. We don't have anything that we're exhausting, but I guess we'll just go ahead and use this for the sake of trying to mitigate some of the damage that we take here and how we're sequencing this. I think I'm just going to go for a full heal team, honestly, or full heal and shield turn, honestly. This is where it was really nice that like the Agony is building up for us, because otherwise it's kind of a rough spot for us. We're going to use the Vulnerable first, just because our daggers that we're creating will, you know, deal a little bit of extra damage as they're attacking here. He's not oh, he is attacking us this turn. Okay. We're going to try and mitigate some damage. We're going to apply a bunch of Weaken to the boss here. Oh, I keep forgetting it's Exhaust, not the other one. We need to get one more break there to get the full effect. Okay, so now we're in that spot again where we just need to heal up where we can. Because we have more than 5 stacks, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so no matter what, our Agony is going to finish things off. So we are just going to take a little bit of a heal here and let Agony finish off the boss. There we go. All right, first half done. Not great in terms of what we picked up. Copy card would have been absolutely sick if we would have hit her major damage dealer, but we really don't love any of these cards, so I'm actually just going to skip here. Max HP plus 12, or at the start of your turn after 2 turns from battle start, a big shield. I am going to go for the health in this case. And then we get Chaos. It looks like this does upgrade as you progress in your tiers, but we've already burned all of ours, and it's the same 1,200. The most important part there, right, is the account XP, which was still 1,200. So just spend your tickets in that case. All right, so now we're going to go on to floor 2 here. Draw 1 card when discarding a card for the first time each turn. When using action points, gain 1 morale equal to the amount used for 1 turn. All enemies gain 1 morale at the start of the battle, but you gain 1 AP at the start of the turn. If we use her 1-cost daggers, like, I guess that's fine. Yeah, we're going to take the small damage boost here. Again, going to the top route because I saw RNG stuff, and that's what we're going for. Man, I really do love how this is just straight up a nuke even without the Agony stacks because it applies the vulnerable as well. Bro, that is so silly for real. Oh, but we don't get to maintain the reduction there. The loot tickets do seem to be weekly for as far as we know right now. When an attack card is used, reduce the cost of all cards in hand by 1. When a non-attack card is used, increase it by 1. Oh, I see. So this is like a do the opposite thing scenario. But I'm going to get the break here, which makes something free, and then we can clean it up that way. That was a weird mechanic. I could have sequenced that turn a lot better, I'm sure. Lots of random events on this one. That's interesting. It's the research guy. We do not have the helmet that he's looking for, unfortunately. So we are just going to grab the choice of gear. Or not gear, but cards. Oh, having AoE coverage. We don't need AoE damage for the boss that we're going to fight. And if I remember correctly, we don't want AoE damage either for the final character. So we're going to take the draw 1 and YOLO whatever the top card of our deck is. Sure, we'll just use it right away. What do we get? Oh god, I should have, that's why you read. I have no idea what just happened. That is why you read what the hell your enemies are doing. Oh, I forgot. Ultimate is a keyword. I was thinking of, I thought it said unique. I'm so dumb. Ultimate is a keyword that ends a turn. Don't make that mistake that I just did. I was so used to Nia's old skill, which just lets you get the effect. Man, this turn is not great for us. Oh, I should have done shield into that. Or I guess he was still dealing damage to us either way. Nice, we got the lead effect, so we're just gonna get the agony stacks. This is AP neutral. This is gonna give us 1 action point back. This should kill the other one. Okay, so we got one of them defeated at least. Man, Owen is just eating all of the Menti Bees this run, unfortunately. So we can't heal. We're just gonna cycle a turn for Owen, I guess. And then didn't get any of Owen's cards. Fitting. Draw 1, morale, or... Oh, we do get the one that gives us more... Yeah. I do like getting overshielding. That is very nice for us to see here. Added a status element cod is unfortunate. And unfortunately no more healing for us, so we can't heal up that last little bit. Ooh. Okay, Gale Strike is nice. Repeat that number of times. Do we need an AoE? So this is the other reason why you take like the multiple attack or the multiple dagger generators, is to get one more trigger of this, because otherwise that just eats our entire turn for action points. But this gives us more damage. Man, this is rough. I do love retain cards because they thin out your deck by just staying in your hand. And that can work with Tressa's partner that we have. So I think that's still a fine pick, even if it's not as optimized as we would like. What in goodness gracious is going on? Select one of 3 rare cards. Trickery, steal the flower. Equipment, Flower of Dead Souls. From the second attack card each turn onward, plus 15% damage. Sure, man. I love my critical failures. We are just doing so great. That dude has a... Hold up. That dude has a lot of health. Hold on. Okay, unfortunately, I think we just have to use our abilities here to try to stack as much as we can. Yeah, and then we're gonna try to get our wave 1 going. This might be a little bit longer of a fight than I signed up for. Okay, we get Owen back here, which is really important, because his ego skill is going to be very nicely timed to give us some shield. Yeah, all right. Again, we'll just use whatever the top card is. Sure, that worked out. I mean, we get the... He's doing 185 and damage plus vulnerable. Ugh. Yeah, this is just not where we want to be. And so again, because that's his 2 attack or 2 AP damage skill, we are able to get agony on both the targets. But again, not a ideal situation to be in. Yeah, man, that oh, I forgot that this had lead on it. That heal is really starting to get annoying. This is really not a good fight for us. Oh boy, that is a lot of damage. So we can get weaken here this turn to try to mitigate some of this. Poor sequencing on my part there. I should have done it the other way. I guess we'll wind charge and try to get like the 2 AP card on our next turn. I really need Mika's skill into like her big AoE heal, and I could recover a lot of this, but oof. Well, there is the double wind slash, but we don't have a way to get another AP break, unfortunately. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we might actually lose here if this doesn't get us close enough. I should have done that the other way, right? Because it would have been the weekend for the attack. There we go. Whew. Okay, so we do get it. We absolutely want the extra health. So a little bit of poor sequencing on my part because I am trying to go through this quickly. Ooh, there's an elite boss, but I definitely don't think we want to go fight that. What do you mean that this can have a epiphany too? Jesus. So Fortitude 1, Resolve 1, apply Agony 2 to all enemies. Okay, well applying Agony 2 to all is really great for us actually. And again, Blessing of Waves thankfully has Retain. So we want to make sure that we save it for a turn where we have our extra action point to use for it. None of these are great, so we're just going to go for our normal big attack here. Very awkward turn to draw all of our 2 costs, to be honest. So we get the lead effect, which means we can just go ahead and use that, but here we're definitely going to try to shield up and get a little bit of healing. Oh, I guess we had enough for the Agony anyways. Or sorry, for the action point break that let us use the last card. Yep. Bro, how? We are getting so unlucky this run. He is up to 7 now, man. This feels very rough, to say the least. And we know Agony is going to finish him off, so we're just going to try to heal up to full. My God. Everything going against us in this run is what it feels like. We have 400. Like, we kind of do need to go to the shop here. So it's shop, there's an elite. We can skip the second elite. Wow, this is like... This is very rough. We do want to thin our deck a little bit. No, that's the Epiphany, which does not matter. That is the... Nope, that's the defeated one, so that's the wrong one, unfortunately. And we go under on gold again if we... Counterattack Preparation is actually a pretty good card. Unfortunately, we go under the 250 that we need for the legendary item that we're looking for, so we don't actually get to get anything here again. All the AP generation and not the card that gives us the extra draw or payoff for doing so. I mean, we want wave 1, so we'll get that effect anyways, but... Wait, did it just discard Owen's... Oh my god, it doesn't even play them if they're converted cards. That is nasty. Oh, nice! We got out of it! There's positive breakdown effects! That was not in the limited playtest. All right, we're back on. We are back on Hopiumville. Okay, so there are good and bad breakdown stuff. We are just gonna go ahead and use our skill again. This isn't elite, so we have no problem using our ego points as needed. And then we can go into our vital attack for a lot of damage. Took 2 Owen cards, could not care less. Yeah, I guess we want a little bit of a healing where we can. As long as he doesn't take like our big damage dealing, you know, card, we're kind of okay with it. You know, I say that, but at the same time, like, we kind of really do need to get, we really do need to get some of the other cards to get this going and get the last bit of damage down. Loot certification is a weekly item. Okay, hold on. We need to heal. Unfortunately, we only have the one heal this turn. All right, more equipment. Activate a Epiphany. Owen is the only one that's missing something. And if to trigger it on Owen, we have to get rid of... Yeah, nope. We're just getting rid of that. We would have had to get rid of our legendary item if we wanted to grab that, which is obviously not worth it in that situation. Hey, Remy, hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Oh, it's the Pinata guy. I'm pretty sure Agony still triggers through his effect. Yes. Okay, perfect. This is the turn that we wanted to stack up our healing. 131 is still a pretty big effect. I think we just get rid of... Wow, that just does not do a lot of damage. All right. We'll go for the multi-attack here because that's going to apply the Agony anyways. Oh, what's Poison Bomb? 6 Agony. Sure. I don't have any Shadow Daggers to use here, which is really unfortunate. But again, we kind of just want Agony to go on the to trigger over here, so I'm not gonna waste the ego points on that, I guess. Okay, perfect. And now this will give us whatever his last item. By the way, this is just a loot pinata that you can get as a random event for those who haven't seen it before.
信じてるよ。失敗したらと私の不運は館長、失敗したらどうしよう。待機します。指示を触れさせません。館長、信じてた。準備完了です。
1 AP short. Bro, I swear to God, this is his 4th breakdown. Literally anybody else, please have a breakdown. This man is gonna end my sanity. Oh gosh darn it. Wave 1 doesn't give us anything. I mean, he dies to the extra effect anyways. Yay, little beautiful explosion. What do we get? I mean, sure, we have an open slot, right? So that's fine. I am not feeling bold enough to go fight another elite boss. We should, but given how many times we've broken down, I don't like that. That was max HP. On enemy defeat, gain 60. Yeah, we're just going to keep going. And, oh, this is getting very rough. This might be a really close final battle, depending on... Sure, bro. Can we get lucky, please, and get another... He snaps out of it, please? Man, not a great start for us. That shield is definitely doing some heavy increased stress. The shield's doing some heavy lifting for us. I guess we just want agony kind of across the board here. Maybe we get into like a nice AoE effect. Oh man. I mean, I guess we can just play out our hand in this situation, but... And we're gonna get 24 shield from that effect that we have. I need to get her shield, or her healing skill that I can spam with her ego points to get back up. Transform into uncontrollable gluttony. Oh, so it becomes one of these guys? Wait, why is it still saying that I'm dying then? Surely this doesn't do something when it transforms. I have no idea what's going to happen, I guess. Oh, now it's saying that I'm going to live a little bit. Yeah, I didn't take any damage there. Dude, if you break down on me one more time, I'm going to lose it. All right, what is... Oh, nothing is left in our deck, so we can't even use that card. Oh, thank God. We got the, yes. This is not the full combo that we wanted, but it at least gets us back in a decent spot. I mean, I guess this will refresh our deck and then we can get something. No Google Docs or otherwise guides that I could recommend or that I am aware of, I guess I should say. I don't remember what this event is, man. This is where you go see the Void guy, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you get to trigger the god, and you get a schizophrenia. When a card is exhausted, the next card used plus 15% damage stacks up to 1 time. Convert common card into... For 1 turn, target's action does not decrease. I mean, we know that we have a save coming up, so I'm going to take the curse. I mean, sure, we get an extra action point, but like, that's not exactly what we needed. Oh shoot, I forgot it's one more fight before a shop, but if this is a normal enemy, I mean, we should be fine. Heavy emphasis on should. Get ourselves a little bit of shielding here. And then just try to high roll into something off the top of our deck. Sure, a little bit more healing. Oh, we finally got the wind charge. And this is why the longer chaoses are good, because you're able to actually get the missing pieces that we didn't have. Do I have a heal? No, I don't have any heal options. We'll just do agony. Man, 255. Ugh. Okay, so we got our big heal, but it wants us to use our... Oh, we don't have our heal available, unfortunately. Yeah, I guess we just gotta YOLO it. Oh, another Divine Blessing this run? Plus 100% tenacity damage of this card. Jeez. Yeah, that is... Thank you. That was a very solid upgrade for us to get. Oh, you have 20 health. Oh, no. What do you mean you're alive by 20 health, bro? How could this happen? Oh, okay, that was dumb. That's why you watch the action count. Gosh darn it. I should just let him die to the agony there instead of taking the extra one. I should have played Tressa's breakdown cards and then just gone on. At least it wasn't Owen that lost his mind again. So this one will get back very quickly. We do want to remove the bad card. We have 343, so we do have... We can do a couple rerolls. Oh, thank God. Unfortunately, she's in her breakdown state, but we did get what we were looking for. So, you know, pros and cons of this, as it were. Where is my... There it goes. So we have copy cards. I don't think I can afford the negatives. Like, this is what you would want to pick because you get to copy something and it's probably going to be like the best outcome, but I am just going to go for the very basic Epiphany upgrade. We'll use his ultimate because it's better. Draw one. Honestly, like, that's not what we need. We need, like, a bigger shield, right? As, like, an emergency. We don't care about moving. Like, we're not using Wind Charge as one of our main abilities. Like, we do have the card that gives us a small amount of shielding, but we need something better than that. This hurts. I don't know the last time that I've turned down a God buff. But again, we just have so much AP generation. I think we have to take like the oopsie safe pick. We don't want to use her effect this turn. Oh, yikes. Holy, that is dealing a lot of damage. Equal to the number of Gnaw stacks. When being hit, reduce Gnaw by 1. So we want to be... We just got to hit as much as possible. I don't know if that's going to count Agony or not, though. I mean, we want to go for the bigger shield, right? And try to protect our health, so... Yeah, I don't think Agony helped us there. We do need to do a little bit of a heal. What we have access to is not that great here. For 40, man. No! It used our combo heal that we were hoping to get for the next turn. That's unfortunate. This is going to be a tenacity break for us, so we can at least get action points back that way. God, we are taking so much. Was this an elite and I just like totally blanked there for a second? Like, why is this guy so beefy? Man, I don't know that we can get enough hits. This might actually be the end runner. Okay, we do have the Wind Riding, which at least gives us a bigger shield into... That is doing a shit ton of damage for us, though. Wait, what did I... Alright, I don't know why. I think we might have just died then. I thought we had enough with the hits. Nope. The break on the previous turn hurt us a lot. Rest in peace, Tressa. I love how there's a campsite like right before the end as well. No point like really refreshing. We can't do anything. I guess we can pretend to look at the cards like it matters. Yeah, not really. Because no matter what now, we are going to lose at this point. So the takeaway here is that I probably should have finished upgrading my my characters, but ooh. Next skill card activates one more time. This has retrieve, which is kind of nuts. All right, just do the kill animation, my guy. Battle end. Defeated. Okay, we did get a lot of rewards for that, though. So 38,000 for that, though. So now the important note here at the end is you'll notice that it says, hey, even though that was technically a failed run, you now have that data saved. The difference is that you have to go into the center and use these counseling tickets on them. Because if I were to go back to my, yeah, we were under leveled, whatever. If I go back and combatants, Tressa. So now you'll notice if I were to take the time and use one of those daily refresh resources, once you're able to clear it, I still have access to this. So this is still a viable build that I can go take and try to clear that promotion challenge or whatever content you might be working towards. So it's always worth it to try and see if you can get that next push that you need in a chaos zone to still have access to that saved data. Now you can spend, I think it's 30 crystals to, if you don't want to wait the day, spend 30 crystals and restore them that way. But otherwise it is a effectively free thing that you get every single day to get them through the trauma center. And also there is rewards for going through the center and going through each of their counseling records. So you will want to break down your units anyways to get these extra crystals. So while on paper that was a failed attempt, as I'm going to keep using my air quotes, the goal was to get better save data for our characters. And we got a ton of god buffs in that run. So that is by far good enough, most likely, to go do the promotion content. So that was a quick free-to-play only run as part of the guided series that we're going to be doing to help you progress through the game. So that was our gearing up towards the level 3 or tier 3, I should say, promotion battle to get into chapter 4. So if you want to see that promotion battle, make sure to go check out the other videos on the channel. But until otherwise, next time, my friends, stay safe, stay hydrated, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.